Hello students, welcome back to Standard 5th Mathematics Digital class. In the previous video, we learnt like and unlike fractions. The fractions having same denominators are called like fractions and the fractions having different denominators are called unlike fractions. Now we are going to learn how to compare fractions. For comparison in mathematics, three symbols are used, as you can see here: greater than, less than, and equal to. When greater than symbol is used, the greater number is written to the left of the symbol and the smaller number is written to the right of the symbol. Similarly, when less than sign is used, then the smaller number is written to the left and the greater number is written to the right. And when the two fractions or two numbers are equal, then equal to sign is used. Now, comparison of like fractions. The fractions having same denominators. You can see here three strips of same size. All the three strips are divided into 7 equal parts. In the first strip, 2 parts out of 7 are shaded. So the fraction of the shaded parts is 2 by 7, where 7 is the total number of parts and 2 is the number of shaded parts. In the second strip, 3 parts out of 7 are shaded. The fraction of the shaded portion is 3 by 7. So, 7 represents the total number of parts and 3 represents the number of shaded parts. In the third strip, the fraction of the shaded portion is 5 by 7, where 7 is the number of total parts and 5 is the number of shaded parts. We got three fractions: 2 by 7, 3 by 7 and 5 by 7. All the three fractions are having the same denominator, that is 7. When we compare the shaded area of the three strips, we can observe the shaded area in the first strip appears to be the smallest and the shaded area in the third strip is the biggest one. When written in mathematical form, it is 2 by 7 is less than 3 by 7 is less than 5 by 7, as you can see here. And if we use the greater than symbol, then it is 5 by 7 is greater than 3 by 7 is greater than 2 by 7. This is the decreasing or descending order in which the greatest fraction is written first and the smallest fraction is written in the last. In like fractions, the fraction with the greater numerator is the greater fraction. So, when denominators are same, we will compare the numerators. Now, comparing the fractions having the same numerator. Again, you can see here three strips of same size. The first strip is divided into 10 equal parts. The second strip is divided into 5 equal parts and the third strip is divided into 4 equal parts. In the first strip, 3 parts out of 10 are shaded, so the fraction of shaded part becomes 3 by 10. And in the second strip, 3 parts out of 5 are shaded, so the fraction of the shaded part is 3 by 5. In the third strip, 3 parts out of 4 are shaded. The fraction of shaded part is 3 by 4. We can observe that in all the 3 strips, 3 parts are shaded. So, in the fraction of shaded part, 3 is the numerator for all the strips, and the total number of parts are different. That's why all the fractions have different denominators, as denominator represents the total number of parts. So, we got 3 fractions having the same numerator. When we compare the area that is shaded in all the 3 strips, we can see the area in the first strip appears to be the smallest, and the shaded area in the third strip appears to be the biggest, and that of strip second lies in between that of first and third. So, as the strips are of the same sizes, but area is the smallest for the first strip, we can conclude that when fractions are having same numerator, then denominator decides the smallest and the biggest fraction. In mathematical form, it can be written as, when we use the less than sign, 3 by 10 is less than 3 by 5 is less than 3 by 4. If we use the greater than sign, then 3 by 4 is greater than 3 by 5 is greater than 3 by 10. This is the descending order, or the decreasing order in which 3 by 4 is the biggest fraction, that of the third strip, and 3 by 10 is the smallest fraction, that of the first strip. So we can conclude that in the fractions having the same numerators, the fraction with the greater denominator is the smaller one. Comparing unlike fractions. Here you can see 2 pictures. In this picture, that is on the right hand side, there are 2 boys having different heights on the boxes of different heights. If we are asked to compare their heights, it becomes difficult for us, as their heights appear to be almost equal. Now see this picture that is on the left hand side. In this picture, the boys are on the boxes of same heights. And now to compare their heights is easy. We can see the boy on the right is taller. Similarly, if fractions have the same denominators, their numerators decide which fraction is bigger. So we can conclude that to compare unlike fractions, convert them into like fractions, that is, make the denominators same. Then compare the numerators to decide the greater fraction. Now come to problem set 19 on page number 26 of your textbook. Question is, write the proper symbol less than, greater than or equal to in the box. First to third part are like fractions, that is, they are having same denominators. So you can easily compare them by comparing their numerators. The fraction having greater numerator is the greater fraction. So come to the fourth part, that is 5 by 15 and 10 by 30. These fractions are having different denominators, so these are unlike fractions. To compare these fractions, we have to convert these fractions into like fractions. By comparing the denominators, we can see 30 is twice of 15. So, if we multiply 15 by 2, we get 30. And then both the fractions have the same denominators. So taking 5 by 15 and multiplying the numerator and denominator by 2, we get 5 to the 10, that is numerator, and 15 to the 30 is the denominator. Now the two fractions are equal. 5 by 15 is converted into 10 by 30. So comparing the fractions, both the fractions are 10 by 30. So we put equal to sign in the box. From part 5 to 8, the fractions are having same numerators. When numerators are same, compare the denominators. We know greater the denominator, smaller is the fraction. For example, come to the 8th part, 1 by 5 and 1 by 9. As the numerators are same, comparing the denominators, 5 is less than 9. So the fraction 1 by 5 is greater than the fraction 1 by 9. So we put the greater than symbol in the box. The open side of the symbol we use should be towards the greater fraction. Now come to the 14th part, 2 by 3 and 4 by 7. The denominators are different. So these are unlike fractions. Also the numerators are not same. So we have to convert these fractions into like fractions to compare them. For that, we have to find out a common multiple of 3 and 7. If you know the tables of 3 and 7, 21 is the common multiple of 3 and 7. So making the denominator 21 of both the fractions, taking 2 by 3, as 3 sevens are 21. So multiplying the numerator and the denominator by 7. We get 14 as the numerator and 21 as the denominator. Now taking 4 by 7, as 7 threes are 21. So multiplying the numerator and the denominator by 3, we get 12 as the numerator and 21 as the denominator. Now comparing these fractions, as 2 by 3 is converted into 14 by 21 and 4 by 7 is converted into 12 by 21. These are like fractions, so comparing the numerators, greater the numerator, greater is the fraction. As 14 is greater than 12, so 14 by 21 is greater than 12 by 21. Now comparing the given fractions, 2 by 3 is greater than 4 by 7. Now similarly you can solve the other parts of this question. Thank you.